If you're curious as to how a mini trampoline or rebounder can actually help really increase your fitness level, listen to this video.
Let's go.
Hi there, I'm Coach Tonya with Critical Bench, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 big ways that mini trampolines, or rebounders, depending on what you call them, can really boost your fitness level. These are a great piece of equipment, and we're just going to talk about that, especially if you're looking for something fun and easy and lightweight and economical for a new piece of equipment that you can keep at home and start utilizing to help, boost cardio and all kinds of things for yourself. But before I get into all of the wonderful things about this, I want to draw your attention to that pinned comment below. That is for the metabolic stretching program. This is a great program that's going to help you stretch your way to lean. So a lot of great easy flows and movements and exercises you can do to help yourself burn body fat with not a whole lot of grunting and groaning, let's say. Okay, so check out that pinned comment to go to that page to find out all about that and how you can get that. Okay, so mini trampolines. These are awesome. I mean, they're really, really awesome. And if you are living in an area where gyms are still at a limited capacity, you're finding that frustrating, you might, or you probably have been looking for ways to either increase, and boost your home workout programs. You may have even looked at purchasing different kinds of equipment and accessories. I know a lot of you are probably familiar with things like the Swiss ball, the Bosu ball, steps, which are all pieces of equipment that we use here at Critical Bench. These are also pieces of equipment that we have lots of videos on our channel. So these are, I would say, I'd be willing to guess that these might be a little more popular because there's a lot more information out there, and it's pretty easy to find programs and workouts that you can do using any one of those pieces of equipment. Now, when it comes to rebounders or mini trampolines, there is, but a lot of people are just, when they think about them, I think a lot of people are just of the mindset that, well, I get on it and I bounce, and I just don't want to bounce. Well, you don't just have to bounce. Now, the mini trampolines, they're quite light. I mean, this is not like your child's big backyard trampoline, so they're very light. They're very actually easy to pack. So this one has legs on it. Legs fold down, it snaps in half. Super easy, takes up very little space, and they're actually not that expensive. Now, you can buy very high-end ones, but in my opinion, you don't need a $400 rebounder to get the benefit of using it in your exercise programs and your fitness programs. So, fun fact, when I was looking at researching I wanted to find some new things out about these if I could, was that in Japan, when COVID hit there and they went into like the mass social distancing and the lockdown and everything, the sales of mini trampolines like skyrocketed. So I found that very interesting. I thought that was a fun fact. The other fun fact is that there was a study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, and they report that using a mini trampoline is 68% more effective than jogging. Now, that all sounds really good, and I do believe clearly that's a fact. And I'm just wondering, is it more effective in that, using this is really easy on your joints? So for those people that are struggling with joints, maybe they're older, maybe they have brittle bones, who knows what the reasons are, this is an easier way to get some walking in, because you can definitely use it for that. So, but I found that to be a very, very interesting statistic, 68% more effective than jogging, and a heck of a lot easier on your joints. So when we talk about 5 big ways that this piece of equipment can help improve and really impact your fitness level, it's a great way to get cardio in. If you're not somebody, depending where you live, for years I lived way north, British Columbia, Canada, where it got brutally cold, and I actually think at the time that we're filming this, it's like, this is going to be Celsius, but like minus 37 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but that is really cold. Not really outdoor walking weather, and even if you're an outdoor sports enthusiast, it's not really ideal for things like cross-country skiing or skating either. That's really, really cold. So depending where you live and what your environment is like, this is a great indoor accessory that you can use to get a great cardio workout without exposing yourself to like unsightly climatic conditions. Number 2, it's joint friendly. So if you do have issues with your joints, this is great. There's this absorbs shock. So your feet aren't pounding into a hard surface, which is affecting ankles and knees and hips. And joint friendly does not necessarily mean that you have to be older. You could be an athlete that for years, maybe you played rugby for years and your joints are taking a beating. Maybe you've been in an accident and you're rehabilitating. Maybe you're on a certain type of medication or some kind of therapy for some kind of illness, and it's affecting your joints. So this is a great way, again, to get in some really high quality exercise and taking it easy on your joints. Now, point number 3, probably one that a lot of people actually are familiar with, is that its ability to help improve the function of your lymphatic system. So when you're bouncing, okay, what it does is it helps to increase that flow of lymph, which is liquid fluid that runs through your body, and it helps to pull toxins and materials that we don't want in our body, and it flushes it out. This is 15 minutes a day on this has been reported to be optimal. Just to get up in the morning, bounce for 15 minutes, and you've wakened up your body, and you've really got that lymphatic system moving and flushing out unwanted stuff that you don't want hanging around. Point number 4 is it's a great multi-toner. This works so many parts of your body. It's not just about your legs. It's not just about cardio fitness. It is great for hitting multiple areas of the body for fat burning and muscle toning. And we all know that you can't spot target. You can't do just crunches and burn fat around your waist. You can't just do leg lifts and burn fat off your glutes. Fat burning is a bigger formula and a bigger picture, which requires consistency in your activity, your strength training, and your diet. So plugging all of those pieces into a really successful equation are going to help you to burn fat. This can fit into that equation really easy for you. Point number 5. This is phenomenal. It's one of these pieces of equipment that's really, really phenomenal to help support better motor skills, your balance, and your coordination. Now, when you think about it, when you stand on this, now just for some people standing on it, although this does feel to me easier than standing on a Bosu ball, but for some people just standing on it and lightly bouncing, that can be challenging, okay, if you struggle with balance. And again, you don't have to be older to have issues with your balance. You could have been in an accident. You might have problems with your vision, which is going to affect your balance. You might have an inner ear infection, which is going to affect your balance. Many things can affect your balance. So getting on this can help to improve these motor skills, your agility, your balance, and your coordination. Okay, so we talked about how wonderful this piece of equipment is and why mini trampolines are great to help increase your fitness level. I've pointed out or talked about the 5 big ways that it can help increase your fitness level. But what else can you do with it besides bounce? And honestly, if just getting on it and bouncing 15 minutes a day is all you feel like doing or all you feel like you have time for, that's great. I mean, that's a great start. But if you've never stood on one of these, if you've never had one, where can you start? Well, you can always start, of course, looking at our YouTube channel for ideas of how to use it. But first, you just want to get on it and stand on it. Same thing I would tell anybody with any new piece of equipment, just get on it to get used to what it feels like, okay? So get on this, side to side, forward and back, just get an idea of where your center of gravity is, how it's, you're making it an unstable surface, and just kind of what it feels like. Actually, it's a lot of fun, okay? So when you get comfortable just kind of standing on it, just taking a few steps, what it feels like, just lightly bounce. So we're not even really leaving, my feet are not even leaving the rebounder. I'm just using my heels to push into it a bit, okay? Do that, side and side. Actually, it's just a lot of fun. It's like being a kid again, okay? So now that you're bouncing on it, okay, what you might want to do is now try bringing your feet off it, okay? So now we're just increase the cardio, all right? And adding a little more to the leg workout, okay? Feet together, feet out, feeling really confident. You can move them in and out together, okay? So when you're good with that, with just some basic bouncing, and you're ready to kind of kick it up a notch, what can you do? Here's an idea. Let's see if I can do this okay. So you want to bend at the knees a little bit, okay, and bend at the hips a little bit. And you kind of it's kind of a bounce. And what I'm really doing is I'm just sort of putting more pressure, using my heels more to push into it, okay? That's just making it a little tougher, okay? Making it a little tougher to work out, okay? Now I can really, I'm actually just banging my feet into the trampoline, okay? 30 seconds of this, you're gonna be pretty winded, okay? And I'm not really moving anywhere, I'm just pounding my feet into it. And what's great about that movement is that I'm not pounding my feet into a hard surface, so it's really friendly for my ankles and my knees and my hips. What about jogging? Well, start with the bouncing, okay? Or actually, let's take it back a step. Let's start with feet about shoulder width apart and just kind of more weight shifting, but popping that knee. So kind of like a jogging motion, okay? But we're getting used to that weight shifting from one leg to the other, all right? So that feels good. Now let's just add a little bit more bounce. Let's get back to that sort of basic bounce. My feet aren't leaving and popping that knee, okay? Once again, I'm just adding more cardio to the workout and a little bit more to my leg workout, okay? And some of you that maybe have dumbbells, you're feeling really confident, really strong, you've got great balance, you might want to add some leg dumbbells, you know, add some arm strength workout exercises into that, all right? Okay, now what about single leg? If, again, you're a beginner and you're new to using the rebounder, just start with lifting one leg up at a time, okay? So you know what that feels like without any extra movement, all right? So when you've got that, start with your basic bounce again and just lift a knee. Lots of banging going on outside today. Lift a knee. Take a couple bounces, lift a knee. Now again, when you're feeling confident and strong, shorten that up. So just a double bounce, lift the knee. Once again, just making that workout a little tougher, a little more challenging, okay? Now, when you're getting really good at it, you want to go more into like a jogging single leg motion, you can actually, again, my feet really aren't leaving the trampoline, but I'm shifting side to side, popping that heel, popping that knee, but keeping the opposite leg toe on the trampoline, all right? So again, kind of jogging. Again, lots of activity going on here today. Now, if I really want to try jogging, we'll see how I do with this. Now, this is when you get your balance, when your balance is really good, because you're working on a smaller surface, so it has more to do with being able to sustain and keep your balance steady in a very specific area. So you can kick this up to a jog if you're feeling really good with all of that. Okay, finally, what about moving off and on it? Absolutely, absolutely. Now I'm going to do an up and over. So as you start to work with this, if you find you're really enjoying it, your area might actually even have rebounder or mini trampoline classes. They're actually quite popular in South America, gaining a lot of popularity here in the US. So here in the Tampa Bay area, there's actually quite a few, I don't want to call them gyms, but studios that actually specifically run rebounder classes for different levels. So they can get pretty intricate, okay? So again, we'll start with just coming up and off it, because now you're moving sideways. Whoops. You can come forward and back walking, but that's a little trickier. I would stick to the up and over, moving to the side, up and over, moving to the side. Okay, feeling confident, feeling good. Let's add a little hop in there. Hop, 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 and hop. Yeah, there's quite a bit you can do with it. If you have free weights at home, you can bring those in, but I would recommend starting out just getting used to what it feels like being on this, bouncing on this, shifting your weight on this, and working within a relatively small area of space and just moving your lower body with confidence. Okay, so there you go. 5 big ways that a mini trampoline can really help boost your fitness level and have a lot of fun doing it. Before you go, don't forget to check out that pinned comment below for the metabolic stretching program. Great way to stretch your way to lean. That's really easy on your joints as well. So click that link. You can find out all about that product. You're gonna love it. It's really fantastic. I'm Coach Tonya with Critical Bench. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, click that notification bell and the subscription button so you never miss any of our great video content. Be healthy, be well, have a great day.